Okay guys, this is the division review. This is going to be more like a 4th grade kind of review, what you did last year in 4th grade, just to kind of get your mind flowing about division. So you can go ahead. I would like for you to create a product. Okay, we're gonna title it Division Review. Okay, alrighty. So over here, we are going to write the standard way. Okay. Now there is a tip, and it's DMSB. I was taught that it was, to remember it, was family math, okay, that you had the dad, and then you had the mom, and then you had the sister, and then you have the brother, and then sometimes you have the dog Rover, okay? Alrighty, and that really stands for, first, step 1, you divide. Step 2, you multiply. Step 3, you subtract. Step 4, you bring down. And then step 5 is you just check your remainder. And just make sure your remainder is not bigger than what it should be. Okay, so let's quickly go over the parts of a division problem. You have your quotient, and that is the answer, okay? And then you have the dividend, and that goes inside the house. And then you have the divisor, okay? So just some vocabulary reviews, okay? So let's take a pretty fairly easy example to start off with, okay? First we ask ourselves, how many times does 5 go into 7 without going over? 5 times 1 would be 5, and that's not going over 7. But 5 times 2, that would be 10, and that's too much, okay? So it is going to be 1. That's the division, okay? Then we multiply. And you can put a little sign there if you want to. Sometimes some people like to do that. A little tip, okay? 1 times 5 is 5. We multiplied. Now we subtract. 7 minus 5 is 2. Now we bring down. Okay? Now we have to ask ourselves, I forgot to bring down. There we go. Now we have to divide again. Now we're dividing 5 into 24. So we have to think to ourselves, how many times does 5 go into 24 without going over? So you're thinking 5 times 1, 5 times 2, 5 times 3, 5 times 4. Aha, 5 times 4 is 20. What about 5 times 5? 5 times 5 is 25. That's too much. Okay, so I'll do 4. 4, then we multiply. 4 times 5 is 20. Then we subtract, and then we still have numbers to bring down. Guys, we have to go until there are no more numbers to bring down.
I used to make that mistake.
Okay. Now we have to divide again. 5, how many times does 5 go into 43 without going over? Okay, so 5, well, I was at 5 times 4 here. 5 times 5, 5 times 6, 5 times 7, 5 times 8. Aha, 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 9 is 45. So it's going to be 8. Okay? And I didn't really emphasize how important it is to make sure that, again, your numbers are lined up. 8 times 5 is 40. And then we are going to subtract that. Now, is there any numbers to bring down? No. That means we're done. It is a remainder of 3. You just have to check and make sure that remainder is not bigger than the divisor. If your remainder is bigger than the divisor, then you've made a mistake and you have to go back and check. Okay? All right, so over here, we're going to do practice problems. And I'm only going to assign, since you already did 8 multiplication problems, okay, I'm only going to assign 2. All right? Okay. Let's do 851 divided by, let's do 5. And then let's do 704. Let's see if you can handle a 0, and let's divide that by 3. Okay, so focus in on these two. These are your two practice problems. Okay, and this is what hopefully you will bring to school tomorrow. Let us write practice problems on this side. Okay. All right, if you don't get to this, no worries. I'd love for you to try, but I know that you have 8 problems. But you don't have spelling homework or reading homework, so try and get it done. Okay? All right, bye, guys. Have a good night.